The greatest podcast in the world. The greatest podcast in the world. Look at the boy bands.
Friday nights.
Rules that were available. Rules that were available.
Friday nights.
Rules.
Look at the boy bands.
Rules that were available.
Portly Gentlemen's Podcast.
G'day, ladies and gentlebots. Tonight, our fellow travellers of the mystery, Mr. Fantastic, Michael Nixon, Biggie Nix himself, and me, Cameron Kettle. This broadcast being recorded from the top of a large tree, from bright lights in the night to the real-life predator. That's right. Tonight, we're talking about Cisco Grove. So you'd better hold on to your meat suits and reload your Gatling guns. Get to the chopper, motherfuckers! Get ready for the next installment of the Portly Gentlemen's Podcast.
We were just out on a hunting trip that day. Things didn't really go our way, and I got separated from the guys. Found my way up a tree, and that's when they got at me. The aliens, that is. Look out for the robot man, he'll beat you with his gas can, oh dear me. Even when you're up a tree. Lucky I bought my bow and arrow with me. And I got an episode of the Portly Gentlemen's Podcast to listen to. So I'm gonna be alright. Yes, I'm gonna be alright. Cause I got the Portly Gentlemen tonight.
You.
Yeah, that was good. That was good,
Nice.
Well done, gentlemen.
Yeah.
And well
Alright,
done,
so-
CK, on the fly.
Yeah, dude, that was
Yeah.
dang good on the fly.
Damn good on the fly, brother.
It took me all of fucking 1 minute or something to do.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
nailed
more
it.
like 5 minutes, but still.
meanwhile, he'd done it all week. He's been spending every
Oh,
night
yeah,
at it
it's
all
been
week.
modest.
Every waking minute.
Oh, what?
I'll have to go with draft 3.
I literally have zero clue what any of this is about. So I think that's going to actually be quite interesting to fucking try and see if you guys can actually make sense enough to tell a story. You know?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have a
There's
start.
no guarantees, you know.
Because even you tried to explain it before, I was just like, yeah, there's a guy in a tree. Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Predator, robots,
Predator.
guy in a tree. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let's go.
Yeah. That seems right.
So who's got like a general overview then?
Well, I'll start it off because I've got a fair bit on this.
Yeah,
But on
but
some,
probably just tell everybody like what it's going to be about though. You know?
well, Biggie did through his song. He kind of nailed it.
Mm.
Were
It's
you
true.
not listening, CK?
Basking in the
Bastard.
glory.
Bastard.
All
I
right,
was
it
enjoying
all,
the dance.
it all starts around a guy named Donald Shrum, which I actually for a while there thought it was Trump. I kept hearing Donald Trump through
Yeah.
trying to research this. It took me ages. I'm like, oh, Donald Shrum. So anyway, it all evolves around 3 buddies going camping one night in Cisco Grove, which is in the Sierra Mountains, Northeast California. And so they're professional hunters. They've gone, what is all that feedback? Is anyone else getting that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just when you were talking. Yeah. When you were moving around, shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
anyway,
it sounds like there's an elephant beetle having a fight with a rhinoceros.
I'm the real big beetle.
Beetle.
That is actually what it sounds like, though. Have you ever heard those two?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like exactly what it sounds like.
very specific. Everyone look around for some beetles fighting.
They
hang
I
beaver
feel like
bugs.
it might be when you're moving around.
Yeah, I think it's my chair. Need some WD-40. Well, anyway, so these three guys, professional hunters, they've gone out hunting many times. They go up to these hills and go hunting one day. You there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
That's the fella.
So yeah, Donald Shrum.
Shroom. Everyone pronounces it Shroom though. On
I kept hearing
all the
Shrum.
podcasts that I heard on it.
It's clearly Shrum, but okay.
Kind of
Yeah.
reminds me of what's it, Zoolander? Will Ferrell.
This dude's face.
Yeah, almost.
The haircut?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the haircut.
Mugatu?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Megatu.
Oh, fuck yeah,
Megatu
dude. How
and
is
his
that? That's hilarious. Oh, fuck.
So three of
Mugatu.
him and two other mates, they're going hunting up in these hills, and they have like their base camp, and they have a safety plan in place. That like they go, they get lost, that they're to stay in place, you know, and next morning your mates will come out and find you. So they go out fucking hunting, and as they sort of, this is around the time when you don't have walkie-talkies, or they didn't have walkie-talkies on them. So they're within sort of eyesight range. And he's got a couple of mates going down a canyon. And while Donald's up on the ridge, and his mates sort of explain, well, go up and around this ridge and come up onto this clearing. But what they didn't realize, just because of the line of sight, and you can see behind me, that's what Cisco Grove looks like. There's a lot of forests and your hills and whatnot.
I've
It
got
just
the.
looks like
I'll
it
bring
just looks like a straight up camping area, bro.
Well, that's the camping grounds.
Oh, okay. So this is like
there.
so this is a camping area, is it?
It's a national park.
Yeah, I don't think they were in the camping grounds. They were just
No.
like hunting. So
They were
they're
out
in
hunting, man. They went deep.
any of that sort of area, you know.
Seems like that photo is a sweet place to go camping. Though.
Yeah.
Oh
dude,
yeah.
I don't know if we
And
can chuck this.
where they end up, man, is very close to like some small lakes and stuff.
Oh,
Where
can
they
you find me
actually
the
go
lake?
camping.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, he goes up around this ridge and doesn't realize how like actual far this ridge goes up and around. So he takes off down this ridge and gets a bit lost in the setting. So he's like, oh fuck, can't find my way back to camp. I don't know exactly where I am. I'm just gonna stay here the night. So climbs up the tree because it's around that time where like they've got known bears in the area and fucking this is cougar country. And I'd like to point out Bigfoot country. So you know you'd be climbing trees up high.
Dude, there's actually a clip of an apparent Bigfoot sighting at Cisco Grove as well on
I wouldn't be
YouTube.
surprised.
There's
Yeah.
another one called like the Sienna like sirens or something.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
they hear like this real weird noises through the
Through that
area
area.
as well.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, it goes up high in this tree to have fucking hang out the night sort of thing. So as he's staying up there, I think it's around 9 o'clock. He sort of judges by like the moon and stuff. Sees a strange light in the distance. This light's just sort of going from east to west, and as it's traveling, it's going up and down. It's sort of it's not a fucking straight line. It's just a bit all over the shop. First, he's thinking, oh, maybe it's a chopper, you know, and me mates have fucking sent out help. It's not what we had planned, but you know they're probably looking for me. So he gets up, climbs down this tree, makes sort of a position, and gets two little fires on the go, and starts signaling like SOS, and starts waving his arms and hollering and stuff, trying to just do his part to help in the search. Then this light starts beelining straight for him. And as it's coming towards him, he's like, notices it's not making any noise. It's real silent. That's very, very strange. And he can sort of see like what is it? Oh shit! A light. My backdrop dropped. Now I've got crystals everywhere.
Everyone can see your meth set up now, dude.
Yeah.
Who put all those crystals in that park?
My wife.
It's the most mineral dense park, like national park I've ever seen. Yeah.
So yeah, where was I?
Oh, whatever.
So,
You've had 2 weeks. Fuck, get this sorted, mate.
This is what it looked like, right?
Yeah, that's it there. So
That's the sketch of it.
essentially, I just want to make sure.
What the fuck is that? A giant eggplant?
Like a big tic tac, like the tic tac, dude.
Some eggplant.
It's a cigar shape. It's a classic cigar shaped UFO.
Yeah.
Well, it looks more like an eggplant to me.
And the one thing he also notices,
DK
like
seeing
as this
eggplants everywhere.
eggplants.
I'm rock hard right now. Is that an eggplant?
That's clearly an eggplant. It's even got the stalk on the end.
Up here. Yeah.
Look, that's clearly what
Flying
it is.
bottom first. Is that what you're saying? Or is that the front?
No, that's the
This is where you start cutting it up this end.
Yeah, look, go slightly to your left. Nick.
That's
Go
how
slightly
you-
to your left.
That's how you sink one of those motherfuckers. Start cutting it up from the front.
That's the tip there. Go right now.
Right
Yeah,
there.
down. That there is the tip. That's the where it looks like it's part of that flower tree, but actually, like that top bit is actually just the stem of the eggplant.
What?
Yeah,
This part.
I would have picked the other end.
I would have said this is the
Yeah,
stem
I
end.
would have said that too.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, because they're like, eggplants are like a bell-shaped thing.
Yeah, dude, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
your
yeah.
best guess at being bell-shaped.
Yeah, and there's something else on the top side. So
Up here.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
eggplant.
it's this,
Classic-
the
That's
stem.
the stem.
Yeah.
Classic aliens just pulling dick jokes.
yeah. Yeah, we'll fly around. It's like the that's where that fucking Austin Powers joke originated. They're like, did we just see a giant eggplant run
Yeah.
through the sky?
Yeah.
It's like, is it a story you're going to tell that you've seen a giant dick flying to the sky?
yeah.
That's how they become so secretive and like not being found. No one really wants to report it.
Yeah.
Just huge cock and balls. flying
I'm
through the
seeing
sky. No
I'm
one-
seeing cocks everywhere. Like,
Oh fuck this! I'm gonna get out of here.
yeah.
No one's ever reporting that. Like,
Yeah.
you saw what, sir?
A giant
What-
phallic symbol. Like,
One thing he does notice about this is that it's blacker than black. You know how you get that?
All the big ones
metal.
are, mate.
Well, yeah, it's literally the biggest dick he's ever seen. So that's not
Yeah.
surprising.
It's gonna be black. Yeah.
What's it? He reckons it's about 150 feet.
150 feet. What's that?
Yeah,
Like,
150 feet. He estimates it to be.
Yeah, okay.
So it's about
It's not
3,000
that big.
eggplants.
50 meters long.
Yeah, that's not that big, right? Is it?
50 meters.
Is it 50 meters?
Feet,
100.
yeah, divided by 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's decent, I suppose.
No, I love how you're like, that's tiny. You're like, oh, wow.
I had my feet to meters incorrect in my head. I was like, 150 feet, that's like only 10 meters or something. That's not that good.
That's
Anyway,
not an
That's
impressive eggplant.
yeah.
Yeah, a 10-meter eggplant. I put that shit in my butt every day.
yeah. Are we talking fucking diameter or what? What's
Yeah,
it?
10 meters wide, right? Like,
What's another reference they use is 14 stories.
yeah, okay.
yeah, okay.
If
Yeah,
that
right.
building was toppled over and in the shape of an eggplant.
yeah. Yeah, okay. That's pretty big. That's decent.
So about this time, he's shitting himself anyway because this fucking UFO's just beelining for him, and I've got lost again. Yeah,
I
alien
feel,
shit.
like I feel like you know this story, man. You don't need to.
I do. I'm just using it. I've got myself lost in my notes.
Lost in the nuts. How deep is your...
Because so the alien ship comes at him. He's shitting himself. He notices it sort of like go down like another sort of ridge and sort of park up, and then he notices the photo that Mick showed you, just like real bright flash and like this sort of, I don't know, beam sort of like come out, and that fucking small classic UFO you see come racing out of this thing.
Yeah,
And,
like a mothership sort of thing.
Yeah, that's right. And so it kind of freezes up, and he's like, "Oh, this is about the time you just shitting yourself, I guess." And it sort of parks up just in the sort of forest, not too far away from him. I think it's like 50 feet or something away from him now. And all he can see is like the top of the dome. So then as he's watching this sort of shit happen, there's like, he notices these little beings start like ruffling through the forest edge, you know, and there's one that pops out in that. And one other thing you should I'd like to point out is in this area, there's a real rare bush. It's the Manzanetta bush. And there's about 106 species can be found, 95 of them in just California, and some of them are classified as one of the rarest species on Earth. And there's a fair few of them that are endangered. Okay. So I'm presuming this stuff's like maybe their fuel or the elixir of life, like, you know.
Yeah, okay. They're there to harvest that specific plant.
Well, they're looking for it. It's real interesting because as these aliens are like fucking emerging out of this forest, you can sort of they're interacting with like all the foliage and a bit of a foliage.
Like when you like buy a stick.
Yeah. Trying to get it unwrapped, like without
you got some
spilling
foliage.
it.
You got some foliage.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
that's the sound that he can hear.
if they're near the river, they would have been going for Oscars. So they're in a bit of a forest. So
foliage. Foliage.
Yeah, foliage.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
Yeah.
Too much foliage before the podcast.
Continue.
All right.
So they smoke a bunch of weed.
Well, they're looking for their weed. They're looking to roll these fat joints.
Yeah.
And he notices they're like these short little stocky little things, about 5 feet tall, and they're wearing like real tight silver uniform sort of style with hoods and that, but they have like real large, just pure black eyes, and they kind of look like they're wearing like welding goggles.
I've heard this before, a similar description.
I got a couple of photos actually. I'll try and of like what they reckon they look like, sort of thing. So there's one.
Well, that's the robot.
Oh, okay.
Comes out,
yeah, no, it is.
The bottom one is sort of what the aliens. So the other thing he sort of made note of was the fact that around their elbows and knees, they had that sort of built. It was sort of built up. The fabric was sort of thing.
Were these just a rogue gang of rollerbladers?
Rollerbladers.
It is the 1960s.
Yeah, it definitely was the era.
Knees. Like, that is a rollerblader's body.
It's fucking Wonderland. It's like going through the bush.
He's like wearing elbow pads.
He's got elbow pads, knee pads, and he's got a helmet with a hoodie over the top.
Yeah, it's cold out there, dude. It's fucking snowing out there.
Classic
and bright silver, like real flashy silver.
Yeah. Says they has no nose.
Well, yeah. One thing he reports. So one of the creatures one of the beings sort of thing. It just sort of like stares in his direction and just beelines it straight towards him. And a couple seconds later, the second one sort of fucking does exactly the same, comes over. And as they got closer, he's able to actually have a better look at these things. And that's where he notes that it has looks like didn't have a nose. It had like a real tiny nose, almost like Voldemort style.
Yeah, okay.
See, and there you go. It's like welding goggles and stuff.
Mm.
All
Yeah.
right. Looks like a rollerblade to me.
Almost certainly. 5 foot.
So-
yeah, that's almost definitely a rollerblader. Yeah.
It's not like that small, would you say? 5 foot's small, but
Dude, 5 foot's fucking small, man. That's like Seth's size or something. I'm sorry, Seth. It was a joke.
if he was on, he'd be able to defend himself.
Yeah, that's it. That's hilarious. Yeah, okay. So what happens then? He runs.
So
at
he
him.
notices like they sort of start making like this owl noise. They're like hooing and sort of stuff. And he also notices that the sound like coming from the mothership, like the big black zucchini or eggplant.
Yeah.
And it sort of sounds like every time the eggplant would go off, the aliens would instantly like react and sound like ours. And it also sort of made
What
notice
did it sound like?
like an owl.
Yeah, much like that. Yeah. Is that-
Something like that.
Ooh.
There were
That's an
guys
owl that found something interesting.
Oh.
It's foliage.
Yeah. Ow.
Basically,
Ooh.
This guy's lighting up a tree from a bunch of roller skaters making noises like that.
Well, I'd be shit scared as well.
mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got his bow and arrow. He's there to like shoot.
Well, that's-
deer.
yeah,
I
that's the
reckon
other
he
thing.
could take a rollerblade off
He's
the
got
top.
a 60-pound bow, I believe.
60 pounds is not that heavy.
No, it's not. We're talking old, so it's not like they have compound or anything.
64. Yeah, 1964. That was way before like compound bows and that.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I'm pretty sure it was, wasn't it?
Nope.
Okay.
Well,
First compound bow, 19.
they're professionals. They like to challenge, you know.
I have no idea when the first compound bow was. So.
They're going Mongolian.
Yeah, just riding a horse while.
Classic recurve. Well, yeah.
Anyway, was it a Regenova or was it a recurve bow or a compound bow?
It was recurve bow. It wasn't
It was
compound.
a recurve. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
A 60-pound recurve. Yeah, right. Okay. That guy meant business from up in a tree.
I don't know. What is it? You get some distance on one of those. They're pretty strong. Like,
I don't know. Like, there's guys that shoot like fucking way heavier recurves than that. Like back in the day, in like medieval day, when they were like fighting in battles and whatever, a heavy bow was like 180 pounds. That's a recurve.
yeah, right.
60-pound bow, I'm sure, might kill a bird or something, maybe.
Well, they were
Might-
hunting
might get-
deer.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think.
they're just hunting, so
Might kill a like
There
a
you go.
roller skater.
it'd hopefully kill a roller skater. I mean, if you've done your research, you know.
Yeah, that
that's
looks
what
like
we're
a pretty sweet hunting bow.
that does look like a sweet.
I would like to own that.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Anyway,
I would
Anyway,
love to have
yeah.
the space to fucking use a bow like every day.
well,
Just go down the
shoot-
park, bro.
Yeah.
You can't just go down the park and shoot a bow.
Have you tried? Because just saying, that sounds like a naysayer attitude, CK.
I usually go across the street from Mick's house and just fire.
Whatever happens, you know. If I miss a target.
He's got a big enough wall. You just fucking aim at it.
Yeah, so what happens then? He's got this bow up in the tree.
Notice these owl-like noises. He sort of catches a glimpse of a few others in the sort of forest outline sort of deal. Can hear a bit of owl noises happening from over there. One's finding foliage and whatnot. Then he hears like this real loud thrashing noise, just fucking beelining it from this fucking flying eggplant. And first thing he noticed is these two fucking giant eyes, red and orange sort of deal, massive, like that the photo Mick showed before.
Oh yeah.
So he first sees like the eyes coming through this forest line, and it's sort of it illuminating that jawline.
This big ass, like, just fucking. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just fucking
Square
beelining
jaw.
straight at his tree, and gets up to about his fire and where he's just had that fire, trying to get the SOS and it's a bit of ambers and stuff, and it just sort of one arm just instantly just swifts it all away. Then this thing sort of turns around and like does like a weird little hand gesture sort of deal, and then opens its mouth and emits like that vapor, like this white cloud vapor just starts pouring out of its mouth, and then starts traveling upwards.
It was vaping.
Yeah, this thing is their Dutchie.
They're aliens, CK. They're like
this is his vehicle.
You know?
It seems to me like maybe this is a time travel mystery
Yeah.
at this point, and this is actually just a 16-year-old kid, like in Halloween costume, that just likes vaping.
It's probably John Tedder, man. You know.
Oh shit!
It's
Cool,
probably
man.
fucking John Tedder. I'm telling you.
John Titter
Could be.
looking for his free
Hanging out with roller skaters.
Yeah. That's right.
So this cloud, this white vapor goes fucking up this tree and up towards him, and then he notices like gets that sort of strangulation. What is it? Hypox. When you hypoxenate or something.
hypoxia.
Hypoxia.
Yeah.
So he goes sort of into like a state of that, and just blanks out. Then he sort of comes to, and like he's like they've got belts. He's a professional hunter, so he's sort of strapped to this tree, and he's just sort of like had the what would you call
Did you
it?
say he's a professional, so he's strapped to the tree?
Yeah,
Is that
he
what-
strapped himself to the tree. Yeah,
Hunter.
Is that what
He's
professionals
prepared for
do?
it.
Is
Yeah,
that like
the way-
professional hunters, dude.
He ain't falling out of it.
All professionals know you strap yourself to a tree when there's a spaceman coming from you.
He
coming
was
for you.
strapped to the tree because he was hanging out there the night. You know, he was gonna sleep there.
Well, and he's been up there like watching all this alien sort of come buzzing around him, and he sort of froze up trying to hide. And
I
now,
definitely wouldn't be strapping myself to a tree in that situation. I'd want to be able to fucking get the fuck away from there as quick as I could.
Well, who
And-
knows? You know, maybe it was the right thing to do, CK.
and that's why this motherfucker's still alive.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, his asshole's intact, you know.
Yeah,
Apparently.
yeah. Allegedly.
Not after I'm done with him.
yeah. Your jaw is
Righto.
quite square, CK. I'd just like to point
Yeah,
that
I do
out.
have a
But
pretty
get
square
something
jaw.
similar.
Those square jaw.
I just need to
feels.
get some round
Looks-
glasses.
Yeah,
and
more
then-
welder's
and then-
goggles.
look, I'm this guy. If I only just had like round glasses.
Yeah.
Here comes the vapor.
Yeah.
There it is.
Here comes the vapor, baby.
You got to do the weird hand gesture.
Yeah, but
Fucking Naruto, that shit.
Yeah.
it was actually me, guys. I wanted to blame it on the roller skaters.
It's actually an intervention, CK. We all knew that it was you. We're trying to get you in
You
a
just
funny
kind
bit.
of You kind of ruined my whole theory at the end.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
all right. I'm going to say it anyway. So when we get to
When we get there.
it.
Fuck. That's
All
So
right,
yeah,
is
that's
this-
it gets
Yep.
knocked the fuck out. Comes to, and he sort of sees that giant robot sort of like shaking the tree, and the other two aliens bit 10 foot away from it. So he just fucking jumps into action like straight after watching Predator, the movie style, and just fucking Legolas shoots an arrow straight into this robot's chest.
Mm.
It just like flashes like a welder's arc sort of flash off this thing. So the robot's sort of stunned. The other two aliens just fucking get out of there. They're like, nah, fuck this noise. He's watched Lord of the Rings.
We've seen what they do to orcs. Imagine what they do to fucking aliens. Like, shit. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Donald then from there grabs his next two fucking arrows, lets them loose. One hits it, the other one just goes off into the shrubs, into the foliage. From there,
Stop saying foliage.
So good.
Um,
It hits the surprised owl. Ooh.
and that's how he gets his successful like game. Biggest
Goes
owl in that
home with a
county.
fucking owl. Like.
It's all about this dude's hunting trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So from there, like he's like fucking out of arrows, just full. Has like a weird sort of idea that like watching the robot sweep away the fucking ambers first. It's like, well, I'm gonna fucking try my matches straight up. He's carrying, like all professional hunters do, a belt to tie themselves to a tree and some fucking six packs, not 5 or 4, 6 packs of matches. Lights the first fucking book of matches and fucking flicks it down. I just think the robot sort of like, shits itself and backs away. Then he's just like starts lighting up everything, man. Just sort of chasing this robot away from the tree. Lights his hat. He starts fucking tearing into his shirt. Starts fucking lighting on fire, trying to get it away. Eventually, a second fucking robot comes fucking beelining out of the forest and joins the first one. They just like emit a fucking another gas cloud that knocks it Donald out. Not sure how long he's knocked out for, but he eventually comes to again. And once he comes to, there's the two aliens trying to climb up this tree. So he's instantly just fucking throwing everything he's got at these aliens. He's got fucking pennies and shit, and he's just launching it all at these things.
Didn't they steal the pennies or some shit? Like,
Yeah,
didn't they fucking
they did. Yeah,
pick up the pennies?
they pick up, one of them picks up the pennies and is like clearly interested in it, sort of thing. Like each time they go to fucking go up, try and climb these branches and stuff and start shaking this tree. He's launching stuff. They get interested in it, not interested in like his water canteen or anything. They just ignore it. So it gets to the point where he's like shaking the fucking branches and stuff, and they're sort of like recoiling and that. And then, like, I'm not sure if another one comes out, but essentially these robots then emit another fucking gas cloud that knock him out, and he's just out for till like basically morning sort of thing. He's out for quite a lot longer this time. When he comes to, they've all gone. They've gotten their money. The roller gangs, fucking.
We got our pennies. Let's get.
Found their foliage. Take it for the hills. Take it for the eggplant. So yeah, and from there, Donald just climbs down this tree and just gets a sense of direction of where he is, and then starts making his way back to fucking base camp, and passes out. that's where his mates find him like half fucking passed out, and all he's got left is his fucking cotton shirt and fucking shorts. And one of the interesting things about this is like he didn't come like out and tell his tale fucking ages sort of thing. His mate actually was out hunting with him, and he kind of, I'm not sure if he gets lost. The same. He's either lost or he didn't make it back to the camp. And but he can collaborate because he actually witnessed this whole light. And where Donald is from, like this, the site that all this shit went down to, like where they actually camped, was about 3/4 of a mile. So it was pretty far, especially in like forests and that. But yeah, his mate can I can't even say that now.
Collaborate.
Yeah, collaborate, like
And
seeing these weird lights like around that area.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
He's back with a brand new
Vengeance.
Hell yeah, dog. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so he doesn't, and like one of the things for him, like not coming out with this story, I guess, was he was like, I believe in like the manufacturing side of the missiles, US Army, and making missiles and all that. So he kind of didn't want to like lose his job and get like put down as a crackpot, right? Fighting Iron Man. And I think about like a couple.
Hold on. Can I ask a question? Where the fuck did this story come from?
From him.
So
Man.
from him. So eventually, like not until like 2011 that he actually like came out and they wrote a book and stuff about this whole event. But like when the events happened.
So what date did it happen?
Like the stories were coming out in the
64.
newspaper and that. Yeah, 64,
at the time.
September.
Yeah, so he
Like,
told a bunch of his family, right?
Yeah.
And then they had like what was it? Like a mystic friend or something that they told. Is that right, Calan?
I don't know. I just kind of know that like he told his wife and that because he actually got like PTSD from this. He'd like had night terrors and always could wake up screaming about the eyes and stuff. And his wife sort of like went through fucking help and got like eventually onto a group like you know how you had the operations sort of those UFO groups, no? It was one of the larger ones in the States at that time. And this is like, you got to think the whole time is like Roswell and all this shit's just going on. There's a huge fucking UFO craze. But like and that's why it was like real hard to find info on this. It's not like the dude didn't come out about any of this till like really 2011. It wasn't too much except like the news articles around that time, around that area. But he went back to the site. Like he went back to the site and like he kept some arrows from it all. Like he'd gone and found it, but like when he went back to the site, he'd like I'm not sure if his like wife sort of, because he talked to the military like about the PTSD and told them like the whole story and that. When he went back to the site, it was like all combed over, like raked and stuff. And they found like fucking heaps of like different types of cigarette butts from different like brands and stuff. Him and his mate, the actual guy who collaborated, his historians in the UFO actually went back.
Was one of the cigarette butts
Marlboro or Camel?
The symbol on it was just a $sign.
What brand's that?
A brand you'll never know about.
The dark brand, you know, those black hats. That's what they're.
It's a brand you can only buy with pure gold.
Or children's tears.
Well,
Tiger's blood.
It's a trade.
I mean, it's basically the same. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Gold and children's tears.
Yeah. They're on like they're equal dollar values, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Like
Same healing properties.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'd heard a lot of like almost the whole, like the exact same story, Calan, except a couple of like minor things different. Like one was that he was working for Project Blue Book or something, which was like this
Bluebeam?
No, Blue Book was the UFO thing. That's the one I was thinking of. That's the UFO group he reported to, or his wife did. And like that's why when they went back out to the site, the whole site was raped and stuff.
Yeah,
it was sort of after telling them that. But he ended up finding the arrows and stuff, and they actually had like a slash, sort of like a rainbow sort of texture to the actual arrows.
okay.
A rainbow texture.
Yeah, I don't know how to really describe it. Like
it's metallic
it's-
paint.
it's-
that
it's like
sweet-
it's
rainbow
that-
texture.
It's like when you burn like a high temperature.
Rainbow.
just reach straight through it. It doesn't feel like anything because rainbows don't feel.
Well,
Yeah,
at the end of it was gold.
At the end of that
Yeah. At the end there was a bit of gold, so there was $1 cigarette.
Yeah. So I like that. That was one difference, and there was another difference. I can't remember. But yeah, it was much the same. Oh, the second robot. So like at the end there, I'd heard that a second robot came out of the craft and like sprayed this mist. Sprayed a beam into the first robot. And then the first robot went over to the tree and did the mist thing again. The mist was like way more powerful this time.
Yeah, I think that's what I heard. Yeah, it was something around that.
Yeah, it was weird.
I think I heard that one too.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to listen to this story. Like, it seems interesting.
It's crazy how it plays out. Like
It was
and
like the
all
whole
the-
night, right? It was like the whole
Yeah,
night. It kept
all night,
happening all
man.
night, like 12 hours of it, you know.
and these aliens couldn't figure out how to get him out of this tree, you know. They're just, and that's
Light it
kind
on
of
fire or something.
Yeah, well, it's hard to climb trees.
Well, they
in
were
Elizabeth.
afraid of
they
fire.
were scared of the fire.
Yeah. Like that was one thing. Like there was the main ship and the second ship came off that with the aliens, with the robots and that. And then so as soon as he started lighting fires, the main ship just fucked off and turned into a star, like just cruised off and turned into a star. Like that's one of the things that he reckons. And then the aliens that were on the ground there were like, oh shit, and like fucking backed off heaps. And then they bought out that robot or something. Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
That was something like that.
Oh, okay.
So like as soon as they saw fire, they were like freaking out, which I find ironic, seeing as how they're interdimensional or into, you know.
And their robots have fire eyes, so
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Got another.
It seems a little.
What's
Like,
that, Biggie?
It does seem a little far fetched. That like these guys have just traveled like interdimensionally or into into space.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's that yellow stuff?
Oh,
It's
fire!
fire.
Shit. Yeah.
What?
That's right.
Totally burns. Like, oh, fuck off! Like, how are you making that? You magic man! Like,
Yeah.
Turns out that's actually our special power.
That's what we got. Yeah.
Is fire. That's like
Yeah.
the only thing that works.
They can like define gravity, but we got fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a far
Ace
more
in the
destructive core, thing, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Potentially.
Intergalactic time travel is
Not
out of
bad.
fire.
Yeah, it's not bad. I've got a so not from that that incident, but like another incident. I've got like a photo that they reckon of this like the robot. I'll just grab it. Hang on.
Is it Calan?
You see the
It is Calan.
See that one back there?
You love getting piggybacks, man.
Is that the robot they tried to send around the Earth and just ended up getting to the States and all that's left is parts of it?
I think so. Dude. I think that's the one.
It's weird how your face in this, Calan. Like it really looks like you're enjoying yourself. You know.
I do enjoy myself, CK.
Really?
I know,
just-
man. I know,
I'm
that's
looking
what
for
I'm saying.
something else.
Just
There's another
grinning-
thing that I
grinning
read
on it.
is the actual story has a bizarre collaboration. I can't even talk. Anyway, there's a book written in fucking 1836, man, that sort of makes reference
1836.
to the same sort of ordeal, like
Yeah, okay.
different circumstances, but it's the giant beings coming out and spraying this white cloud that knocks people out.
Yeah, okay.
I've got the line here. If a mortal being dares come near them, they open their mouth, and struck by the breath which escapes from it, the imprudent fellow dies poisoned. And that's where they
Well,
get that reference
Seems
from.
like a clear-cut case. Aliens are real. And,
They've been around for a while.
They've been
Sending
Yeah, I
these
mean,
giant
done,
robots.
obviously, like that's the
since
end of
the
it.
30s. Is that 36, did you say?
Yeah, 1836. Yeah.
Oh, 1836. Dang.
That's like fucking before
What-
time started.
One of the annoying things about this story too is conveniently he has two of the arrows at this site, like he's fired.
Yeah.
And he gives one to the fucking Project Blue Books, who send it off to get like tested and that. Like one of the better quality that's actually got like most of this like damage, and it's like a high temperature sort of strike. When you get high temperature, you get that sort of fleck through it all.
Yeah, right.
It kind of makes you think that it's like a magnetic field that it like, because he when he fires this bow at this robot, it doesn't really damage it as well at all either. He sort of makes note of that because he's
It was
firing
close,
from the
right?
top, man. Yeah, it was like 10 foot. Like it would have done something.
Yeah.
But like to get like two bows on a fucking giant robot shaking your tree sort of deal while shitting your pants, you're doing fucking good.
It's not bad.
That's how you know you're professional.
That's why you're strapped in, bro. That's why you're fucking clipped in and ready to go.
They conveniently send it off to a university that gets that just never gets tested and just gets lost. And they send another. He sends off another arrow to another university or something. And as they've like sent this arrow, they've had cotton. They've like had it in cotton bud, and the material that was on this arrowhead is like sort of flaked off onto the cotton bud. And conveniently, when they've gone to test it, researchers have like thrown out the cotton bud, and they've just got the arrow sort of deal. That's the story that I hear. Yeah, they're not really good researchers if they're throwing it all away like that.
You can't just throw fucking cotton buds away, man.
Not when you're testing a substance. Like surely you'd like
an
Also,
intergalactic substance.
I got a bunch of wax in my ears. You know, like
Come
on.
Help a brother out. By the way, I did just a quick search on when the compound bow was invented. Would anyone like to take a guess?
The 40s.
Yeah, 1980s.
I'd say early 40s.
Early 40s, 1980. Biggie, you got a guess there, or you just asleep?
Asleep.
He's asleep.
I'm fading pretty fast, man, to be honest.
Oh, really? I couldn't tell, man. What year do you reckon the compound bow was invented?
I'm going to go 1820s, around the 1820s.
1820s. Dang.
Okay.
Well, old mate, this happened in 1964, and compound bows were actually invented in 1966.
Oh,
So there you go.
I don't believe that.
Well,
it was 2 years shy of like killing this thing.
Pretty sure it was in the 40s.
No, 1966. This dude, Horace Wilburn, Alan.
same year that Paul McCartney died.
What's his
Hollis.
name? What's his
Same
name?
year Paul McCartney died.
Hollis Wilburn.
Homeless Wilburn.
The homeless
Homeless
will
will
burn.
Holiest
Wilbur.
Wilbur. Holiest.
Yeah,
Holiest
Ellen.
Wilbur. Yeah, no, I don't believe that.
Okay.
Fake news. It was in the 40s.
Nah. Well, Google says differently, CK.
Well,
Hey.
I'll use DuckDuckGo and I'll fucking.
Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm gonna jump on. That's a good point. DuckDuckGo does need a crack like that one.
Yeah, fucking Google, man. Just straight up propaganda.
It tells you the world is round. You believe that shit?
Yeah, no firmament. What, like the Earth isn't hollow?
Yeah. Fucking full of shit, those
Google, right?
It's outrageous.
Just creates words like foliage
yeah.
and foliage.
Well, DuckDuckGo is actually saying much the same. But I'll get you on here.
Well, it's interesting was that bush, man. I tried to look into more about that Seattle bush.
Is that dude? Yeah. So what's the go with that? I hadn't heard anything about that bush, man.
Yeah, so
Is it
in
a
that
mad
area,
drug?
man,
I feel like that dude's like just like super
I don't
high,
know.
right? Is it his
You have
like here's
to
my
do the-
feelings is that he's super high on shrooms or something, and that his mates are like trying to get him out of this tree, and he's just fucking like freaking out, trying to like evade the situation.
It definitely does seem like that could be a potential answer. Is mate just had some of the different type of mushrooms
Yeah.
than everybody else, you know?
Mm. Or more, too many, you know.
Yeah, a couple too many.
Mm.
Ends up up a tree. The upper tree thing's weird, and like the guy, like the robots or whatever, like they just don't seem like legit robots, you know.
Not intergalactic robots anyway.
And they're very clearly smoking. Like, why are robots smoking? I don't know. Just seems.
And they're knocking him out. It's knockout gas.
That's
Oh yeah,
gas,
it's knockout
man.
Yeah.
gas. It couldn't
They-
possibly just be a rollerblader.
They weren't smoking
having a
the
cigarette.
they weren't smoking the whole time, mate. They weren't running and smoking. That's just unhealthy.
Yeah, yeah.
I just feel like
It was more of a
there's
casual roll.
I feel like there's a high chance that he was just being attacked by a rogue group of rollerbladers that happened to smoke.
Is that your theory? So your
think that might be
conclusion
my
was?
theory. Yeah, my conclusion is old mate was just being attacked by a rogue group of marauding
Rollerbladers.
rollerbladers
Oh, roller
that
skaters.
just happened to be smokers. You know,
Whoa, they're smoking spliffs, bro. They're fucking getting high. They're out in the bush
dude,
doing owl
rollerbladers
noises.
back in those days.
I
Definitely
kind of
smoked
feel like
spliffs.
this is like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like it's got to be a villain from one of those.
Yeah.
Sort of
a
groups,
villainous
you know?
rollerblader.
Yeah,
dude.
just that gang, New
Yeah.
York gang, just fucking.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ninja, go ninja, go!
Yeah.
Go ninja,
Yeah.
go ninja, go!
Yeah, they're like
That's-
stealing
that's how you
Christmas
end up
toys
in a
or
tree.
something. Like there's
Yeah,
it's
that's
something
right.
really
That's how you
annoying
end
that
up in
they're
a
stealing.
tree.
Yeah.
Getting
I'm
away
trying to
from the
save
fucking-
Christmas over here. Shooting off his fucking boat.
Vanilla Ice just comes out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck, Vanilla Ice?
Well,
like,
there was some collaboration earlier, so I feel
Stop.
like, yeah.
collaborate and listen.
Yeah, yeah. You guys pay me for the whole night. Like, what
Yeah.
do you want me to do? Like,
Yeah.
I don't have any
by
other
the way,
songs. Like, I'm just
I'm
playing
literally
this
being
one.
paid for the whole night. Like, you might as well make the most of it.
I'm only singing Ice Ice Baby too. Like, don't
I'm
expect
really-
any new material.
That's what's actually knocking him out
Oh god, it's too much.
again.
Go ninja, go ninja, go! That's such a. It is a sweet song. Like, I'll give it to fucking
Yeah,
Ice.
that's like his. Yeah, it's not bad. Sweet.
Do you
sweet
call him-
film
do you
clip
call him-
too.
Is his nickname Ice? Because like, if it was, then
No,
like
it's
I feel
Trump.
like-
Donald Shrum went on to change his name to Trump because people kept confusing it, man.
Did he buy a bunch of hotels?
Yeah.
Well, no, we
his dad did.
eventually did. Yeah, he eventually got there.
I feel like I don't know if we can talk about Trump. Like, I feel like People
Yeah,
might get
banned.
upset.
That's a sketchy ground. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Banned
what
off
about
YouTube.
I'm
Biggie?
just saying. Maybe you should run past
Biggie,
Chris.
what's
Chris
your
first.
conclusion?
Well,
What's your take on the story?
to be honest, man, he sounds like he got dehydrated and climbed a tree and maybe like
For no
hit his
reason.
head and just had a weird dream.
He was strapped in, so that he could have been asleep all night.
Yeah.
He was tied into
Definitely
the
could
tree.
have been.
But
He definitely could have
it did wake up with like none of his items. And when they went back to the site, like he found half of his items, but he noted that the pennies were gone. So they were interested in his pennies.
Yeah, they stole all these.
And we
money.
all
Yeah.
know aliens are most interested in pennies.
They want to get
And
that money.
back-
That's what it's all about.
Back
You
then,
dollar
the
bill, y'all.
the arcades were taking
Okay.
pennies and that. So
Yeah,
that
penny
time as
arcade.
well.
Yeah, true. They're just up for some space invaders. They're fucking
Can you
cruising in.
imagine? Can you
That's how
imagine
they're
the
fueling
day-
their ship to get home, man.
Yeah,
They
with
need the
pennies.
pennies to fuel the space.
With
invaders.
the tokens that you win from the machines.
Yeah.
They buy
I feel
enough
like-
tickets, they get a fuel for their eggplant.
10,000 10,000 tickets is a quantum fuel cell. Is that what you wanted this evening?
What if it's like a
nice.
real complex way to get like fertilizer or something? Like they're just going about it like a real roundabout way to get fertilizer. That's their fuel.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, okay.
Great. So, what's your fucking thesis then? Oh, Mick.
Oh, it's interesting, dude. I like my actual thesis is that probably he was possibly high, and his mates were
Seems like he's
like
high.
either messing with him or trying to help him, and he was just too high to like really understand what was happening. Because
Yeah,
like
I
the
mean-
whole thing was that he didn't tell anyone about the situation as much as possible, except he told his family, which then told
Others,
Back
some-
your mum.
yeah.
it was like some kind of, I don't know if it was like a what is it, like psychic or something. It was some like a
I know they're saying it's
strange entity.
psychiatrist because he was getting PTSD. Like the wife actually reached out.
Yeah, no, I think
'Cause
well,
he kept
yeah,
getting
Hold
like
on, hold
night
on.
terrors.
The
Can you
one-
say that again, Mick?
say which part.
So, like, what was your thesis then?
Yeah, so I think like well, what I was saying is my actual thesis, if it's if you try to blow out the story, is that he may have been like just way too high. Say like all his mates went camping and they all got on some shit, whatever.
Got
And then
some
this
shroomies
guy-
or something.
Yeah, just freaks out, and he's just like climbs a tree. His mates are actually trying to help him getting down from the tree and all that, and
They
he's
got some
freaking out.
lights.
And
They got
just
some
not,
lights. They're shining them up
Yeah.
there.
yeah,
he's
that's
freaking the
right.
fuck
Like,
out.
mate, one of them smoking a cigarette. That's what this like exhale is. You know what I mean? Like
He's
there's-
just
Literally,
paying-
probably the most rational.
yeah. I mean, like
Yeah.
it's
you
a
don't-
situation that
It
Yeah.
doesn't even have to be that he was high. Like, if like people's grasp on reality sometimes can get real thin. Like, he could have
Yeah.
just been having a fucking mental breakdown.
he
And
could have been,
Ended up
dude.
in a tree, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
It would explain the penny
Yeah.
situation too, because if you can't
Penny.
throw money at me, I'm gonna
I'm taking
fucking,
that shit.
I'm
dude.
keeping them like fucking straight. Thank you.
Yeah. You put me through that kind of night. Like I'm fucking keeping this money, cunt. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
dude,
you
for
can
sure.
get fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be the same
You
as
were
you
throwing
threw
$100
beers on him
notes.
or something.
That's
you know what I
getting
mean?
kept.
Yeah. I'm keeping those beers. I'm cracking them right there. You know.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, yeah. But yeah, I feel like that's possibly the case. The other strange thing though, apart from that, is that later in life, like, so at the time it all came out, right? And that's when the government got involved and like checked out and gave him a bunch of reasons why this happened to him. sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
And a bunch of their reasons were just like, there was like 6 different reasons they gave, and like a bunch, they were just very strange. Like one of them was like, oh, it was Japanese. It was the
Yeah,
Japanese
that's right.
that
Yeah,
came
I
over,
did read
and
that too.
they were like messing with you.
They were like left
was-
over from the war and had
Yeah.
no idea the war had ended or some shit.
Yeah, really odd, just out of nowhere responses from the government.
What?
You know?
So
What-
could this potentially all just be part of that? Is it
Like
Paperclip?
MK Ultra or something. Hey?
MK Ultra? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was
Well,
thinking
what-
about that. Yeah.
One of the
Is this just all a fucking MK Ultra trip that's like gone wrong for the fucking government?
Yeah.
And old mates
They're
just
trying
ended
to
up
cover it up.
freaking
Yeah,
the
that's
fuck
right.
out.
Yeah.
And so then they were like, "Oh yeah, nah, like had nothing to do with us. Like,
Yeah.
we'll take you as a credible, like a semi-credible fucking source
Yeah.
on what happened."
And
But
like, yeah, look at the
realistically-
suits, man, right? Like the suits are
Dude,
like they're
We
just
all
like
know CIA wears fucking roller fucking
Dude,
outfits.
like
they love
they
they
muddy
blading
the
around
water.
each
It confuses people.
Oh, that's right, man. That's what I would do.
One of the
Yeah.
excuses is it's a
Yeah.
rollerblade game.
other. Yeah.
That's what I would
Yeah.
do. For
Or
sure, that's what I would do.
one of them is teenagers pulling a prank on him. So,
Is that one of the options that they gave as well? Yeah.
yeah,
okay.
it was teenagers / rollerblade gang playing prank.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, like that was odd, and then also, later in life, like so he kept going camping after this, right? And then later in
Why?
life, hey,
Just stop camping, bro.
I know,
After
dude. It
that,
seems
yeah.
like seriously, like why are you doing that? But anyway,
Well, he'd be more prepared. He'd take fucking
Yeah,
5
he's ready
arrows,
next
you know,
time, yeah.
not 3.
yeah.
It takes one more arrow each time he gets anally raped by an alien.
Well, I can only comfortably fit one more, so like, what?
I actually think he didn't go camping for about 2 years, and then they made the
Yeah,
compound bow, and then he was back
He's
in the
like,
game.
now I'm ready.
He's right.
Yeah, that's it.
Got your fucking number.
But yeah, so and this part of it was collaborated by the rest of his family. It's like they were all out camping.
Corroborated.
Corroborated. There you go.
Corroborated, yeah.
Yeah, they were all out camping, and he was like, apparently he gets a feeling now of like when there's going to be the aliens
Some
are coming.
shit's gonna
near
go
him.
down.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so like he got this feeling. It was like, oh, there's aliens. They're going to come over that ridge like right now, like. And then apparently, yeah, like a UFO came over the ridge, and the whole family like saw it and was like, "What the fuck? Like, why did you know that?" And he
Yeah,
was
so
like,
like
I can feel
have
it
you
now.
guys seen that movie Australian? It's called AUSTRA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Australian. Alien.
What's it?
Alien.
That does ring a bell. Yeah. Give us the.
There's
lowdown
a
on
sweet
it.
metal band called Austral Alien.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like anyway, AUSTRALIEN, whatever it is, Australian. Anyway, fucking, it's all about this guy in like fucking Western New South Wales, I think. And his whole thing is like he basically his entire life he's been haunted by aliens.
Oh, that's that like documentary style one, right?
Yeah, and he's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
Oi,
yeah.
boy.
he's like, just if you want to see
Well-
aliens, just come and hang out with me. Like, it's not uncommon. Like
Yeah.
we can just fucking see aliens. It's fine. Like, you don't have to worry about it. Like,
Mm.
it's like every night for me. Like, we're coming. You just come out. We'll see aliens.
I reckon he's on a fly path.
And he's got heaps of footage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not, man. He's out in the middle of nowhere. Like, as in out in the fucking whoop whoop.
Yeah. Right.
Like fucking hours and hours away from any fucking flight paths, and he sets up his cameras and whatever so that he can track like satellites and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then still, and like some of the footage is like pretty fucking compelling.
Mm.
But anyways, it's like apparently been since he's been like, I don't know, like a teenager or something,
Mm.
and then just like orbs following him home. Like just fucking random orbs.
That'll happen if you see aliens. Yeah.
And he's like
Watch out
stops,
for the orbs. That's right.
stops, and then turns around. Then the orb will like stop, like Mario style, you know, where you like look
Yeah,
at
the
it.
ghost. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Like, I see
Creeping
you,
up.
ghost. You're
Yeah,
there.
Full creeping.
Why haven't
anyway-
you stopped moving?
Yeah.
It's fucking good, Doco.
Can this
though.
cunt
Like,
see us? I can't. I'm not. Did this dude see us right now? It's like, no, he can't. We're
impossible.
Cloaked. Like we're cloaked. It's
We
good.
look like a star.
Yeah, they're like, daytime. They're like a meter away from him. Oh fuck, that's hilarious.
All right, boys, I've got to get a drink, but we just need to tie it off with Big E's conclusion.
I think Big A gave us, didn't he?
I think Biggie might be asleep.
Oh, like Calan, you got to give us your thoughts, your final thoughts. And
Oh,
CK,
yeah.
CK, I think you did yours.
Yeah,
Didn't
he
you?
started
Yeah,
it.
It's the
I
whole
did mine
blades.
already.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Oh,
Calan.
mine's simple. I just feel like I one of the things is like this
Go get your
actually,
drink, cunt. Go get your drink.
and then come back.
Yeah.
Boy, I
Yeah,
need a
okay.
drink too, though.
Go get your drink then.
Well, go
No
on. Let
one's
me finish
stopping you.
mine, and then we'll finish it
It's
and go
too
get
late. Mick's going.
Oh, I'm still
Go get
here
your-
though.
Go get your
Alright.
drink, Calan.
Also,
No,
I need.
because I'll forget about it. What we're talking about.
All right, yeah. Let's do it. Let's just wrap it up.
I'll just wrap it up. You know, I can finish it right now.
Let's wrap it
Let me
up.
finish it.
Is Biggie going to sing us out too?
I was about to say. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, do you want me to sing it out?
Can you wake up enough to?
I can do that, bro.
Us out, bro.
I've been awake the whole time.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
You've been in the fucking alien dimension the whole time, dude. You've been fucking hanging out with goddamn serious robots.
My
over there.
conclusion is that I feel like this guy did happen against aliens, and that they're looking for the sacred Menciata bush. And I kind of feel like they've seen him like you would a fireman and see a lost kitty in the tree. They're just trying to like rescue him.
Trying to help him out.
Yeah, just trying to help him out,
Dang,
and he's
yeah,
just
I
he's
didn't
just
think
going
about that.
mental on like all cats do. They're like typical,
Yeah.
you know. And
Classic cat.
so they just finally just up the dosage of the knockout, knock him completely out, and just like fuck him, he can stay out there, and just
Yeah.
left.
What a dickhead. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
So
down
and
here
then
trying
I
to help him out.
also think like
Is that
Project
really what you think?
Glowbrook definitely went into this side. Like I genuinely feel like he went back to the site and found that it had been like raped and it'd been combed over and whatnot, But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a real funny story.
Yeah,
A lot
it's
of fun
pretty
about it.
interesting.
Yeah. You just don't really hear about like aliens attacking people, not like that sort of deal.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah.
alone like
It's true.
I'm sure there's heaps.
this dude just being like fought on top of a fucking tree and just like fending them off.
Yeah.
The amount of shit that would have been in my pants, like this guy is a goddamn hero.
No, it's like that same story about the fucking Yowie man. With that dude who shot it with a bow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's like almost the exact same story, dude.
But with like
So it could have
Old mate
been
wasn't in a
Yowies.
tree, but he did have a bow.
Hmm.
And it wasn't aliens, it was Yowies. But yeah.
Yowie.
Yeah.
Well, this is in Bigfoot country.
Wait, should we go and try and find some of these things?
Possibly, man.
You guys
Yeah,
wanna-
we're gonna do like a fucking
guys wanna-
Yowie hunt.
Yeah, should we?
But we need
Right.
to get like a thermal camera, man.
Oh, I think we could just go out for a fucking, let's just go
Scare
out
the
for a
shit
trip.
out of ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm
and then,
gonna
like-
grab a quick drink. I'll be back.
Oh yeah, hang on. Like, let Biggie play us out. Oh,
Alright.
I shouldn't have said that. Go Biggie.
Well, he climbed a tree. Oh, did he? I guess we'll never know what really happened that night. Did he really fight some alien critters? Oh, maybe was he high? Or did he fall out of the tree initially and hit his head, and that's why he strapped himself in the second time? What did he see? What could it be? Was it aliens or robots, or just some folks dressed up in some weird costumes? Oh, we'll never know as time just goes. The tale's been told. We're growing old. Poor
Now just
man,
kill yourself.
gentleman. Did it one time, we're gonna do it again. Talking about stuff, we've talked about stuff.
Nicely done.
Nice. That was annoyingly good for
Yeah,
how
there's some-
like asleep you feel.
Bob Dylan vibes.
Yeah.
Bad Bob Dylan vibes.
And I'm barely awake.
Aliens!
Nah,
Yeah.
Just can't
Oh,
wait
coming on my
to get.
The greatest podcast in the world. The greatest podcast in the world. Look at the boy bands.
Friday nights.
Rules that were available. Rules that were available.
Friday nights.
Rules.
Look at the boy bands.
Rules that were available.
Portly Gentlemen's Podcast.